Okay, this is Trevor Ellse from Carp Fishing HQ. Previous videos we talked about tri-lobe leads. We talked about these rods that I got from Go Outdoors and the Shimano long cast reel. They do make them again now, so if you're in for a new reel, this is the one to get. It's got a big spool. We need a big spool so that we can cast heavier line and get that further out with the heavier line on the spool. If you've got a smaller reel, I mean, for instance, I used to use Cardinal 55s back in the day. They were great reels, they worked okay, but the spools weren't big enough, so we ended up going down to sort of 7-8 pound line with a leader to get the distances we need. We don't need to do that anymore. We've got great rods, we've now got great reels with big spools. I can now use 15 pound lines straight through and cast well over 100 yards with it. You need to have your spool bulked up to the top of the lip so that it runs off. You need to wet your spool before you do cast that, but these are the reels that you need to do that type of long distance casting. Shimano Technium line I use in 15 pounds. It does sink like a brick, but if you use that line in conjunction with a riser or a tri-lobe lead, if you wind down quickly and get into that lead very quickly, the tri-lobe will rise up and it'll bring the line with it. So there's no risk really of getting it caught. If you do find you're in a situation where the line is sinking into weed or into rubbish or detritus on the lake bed, you can use Daiwa sensor in 15 pound. It's great line, very cheap, at six pounds for a 1,000 meter spool. That does a great job as well if you need to keep the line up in the surface. I tend to use this line wherever I can get away with it because it is strong. It's like tow rope, so if I can get away with this line, I do. Coupled with the tri-lobe lead, you can get this off the deck fairly quickly, and if you get a fish on, it wants to come up to the surface anyway usually, so you can normally get it onto the surface as well. But it is great line, but the thing to watch with it is it does sink very quickly and it can sink into weed or debris on the lake bed. But coupled with the Shimano long cast reel, I'm sure that you can buy them on eBay second hand, but I'm sure now that Shimano have got reels that are similar, maybe a different colour on the spool, but they still do the same job. Big spool, lots of heavy line that you can cast a long way, coupled with a great rod, is the key to long range fishing.